Hey you guys, it's been on my heart like heavy lately to give my testimony, and yeah, so I decided to do it this morning. Give a little backstory. Me and Pat moved to West Virginia back in 2024, and when we moved back, like, we ended up staying with my mom for a couple months, and then we was trying to find our own place, and we was going to end up moving where she was at. But we was tired of settling for stuff that we didn't want. You know, we was tired of going back and forth like, oh, well, we want this type of apartment, but we couldn't get that apartment, or we wanted this in our house, never could get that. So we were saying that we was gonna hold out. Like, we could have got an apartment where she was at real quick, but we wanted to hold out and get the house or apartment that we actually wanted. So my uncle ended up calling my dad and telling him that one of the places that we wanted a long time ago that we was about to get, but then something happened that we didn't get it. So he ended up calling, telling that they had another one open. So we was like, okay, we'll take it. So we took it. It was a townhouse, and the rent wasn't high at all, but the other stuff, because you was paying for gas, water. We was paying for gas, water, and lights. And them lights was outrageous. Like, it was running up to like $800 a month, you know? And we could not keep up with that light bill, because it's like, why is this light bill that high? It's just me and him. And I was like, well, maybe because it's a 2-story, that's the reason why. But the house was literally, it had a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It had a big kitchen. It had a back porch. Everything. It was literally what we wanted. Like, so we was in love with that house. Like, I was having, I wanted people over all the time. I was inviting all my cousins over all the time, just because I was in love with that house. And I don't know. I just wanted to show it off. I wanted to show how God blessed us, you know. So as time go on, you know, the light bill, we was still managing that light bill. Like, we was trying our best, you know. We had to keep it, we balanced it, you know. So I was managing our light bills with our other bills, but it was like we was literally just paying bills. That's it. Like, the whole time we was at the townhouse, we was just paying bills. We couldn't do nothing extra, because that's all our money was going straight into that. So it was like, it was a headache, but then it was like, how can we complain when God blesses with this house? So that's just why we was trying not to complain, but it was aggravating, because it was like, okay, we got everything we wanted, but we still struggling, you know? So we did all that. And then come April 14th of 2025, I was sleeping. Me and Pat, mind you, we went to bed so like happy. We was like looking around the house. We're like, okay, we wanted this in the house. We just came in from grocery shopping, and then I remember getting woken up out of my sleep by Pat, and was like, Tammy, get up, the house is on fire. What? Like, I would never imagine that I would go through a house fire, you know? And so he was just screaming. He was like, Tammy, get up, like, the house is on fire, hurry up, come on, so we can get out. So I'm like, okay. So he was like, call 911. So in the midst of me trying to put clothes on, trying to find my glasses, you know, trying to find my phone, I'm calling 911. And I call her and tell her that the house was on fire, told her where we was at and everything. And then I turned the corner to come down the stairs. I could not see nothing. It was nothing but like a cloud of smoke. And so I was like, oh my God, like, I can't see. I'm yelling at Pat, like, I can't see. He was like, reach out and grab my hand. And when I tell you, I could not see nothing through that smoke, but I seen my man coming through that smoke. And I see him coming through that smoke, and then he grabbed my hand and he brought me down steps. And I got outside and stuff like that, and the neighbor came over and was like, are you all right? Like, he was screaming. And then we got up our other neighbors, we got them out, and stuff because we didn't want the smoke to, you know, do anything to them. So we got them out, and then Pat tried to run back in to get like the keys and all that, and he couldn't because the smoke got so bad. After that, it was a grease fire. And it was like, oh my God, like what the world? Like we outside, Pat didn't have no shoes on. It was just a lot. So at that point, the ambulance came, the fire truck came, they came in, put the fire out. You could hear the glass. I could still hear the glass break. You could hear the glass like pop, pop. It was like popping the glass. It was so bad. And so I ended up calling my mom. I think I called my mom and told her what happened. But I wasn't sad. I wasn't hurt or anything. I literally was like, this is my burning bush. God is speaking to me through that house fire, you know, and I felt so like it was a relief. I don't know. It actually was a relief or something. Like it didn't feel like, oh my God, the house on fire. It was I think I might have been in shock too, but it was just like, okay, like the house on fire, like, okay God, you know, it was that type of moment. And I told my mom and I told my cousin that, you know, this was God is saying something. I don't know what it is. I still to this day trying to figure out what it is, and he keeps showing me bits and pieces and stuff, but it's like that was my burning bush. So I'm like, okay. So the ambulance, the fire department, they talked to us and they told us that Red Cross was going to reach out and talk to us and help us out and stuff like that. And I'm like, what the world? Like, what are we going to do? We didn't have no clothes. We didn't have no shoes. Like, we literally had just had the clothes on our body. That was it. And then the car keys got burnt up, so we didn't have a car. And so it was just like, what are we about to do? Like, oh my God. So then my cousin came and my mom, and they ended up putting us up in the hotel for a couple of days. So it was like, okay, that's a blessing. And me and Pat, we in the hotel, we like, okay, what we about to do? You know? So we end up, was able to get a rental car and to get the car fixed. And our family members, our cousin, they end up like pulling together and helping us get the key fob made for the car. And we was in the hotel for 2 weeks. So it was just like, it was at that point, like, I'm like, okay, God, like, what we gotta do next? Like, what, you know, I was trying my best not to get discouraged from all the stuff that was happening, because I knew God was speaking to me, but I'm like, God, like, okay, what do we do now? How we gonna pay for the hotel for the next 2 weeks? We going to place. So we finally like end up coming out here where my mom lived, and was like, okay, well, we're gonna try to see if we can get a place out here. So we tried, and I'm telling you, when I tell you, everything kept coming in the way. It was like, oh my God, like, and the lady that owned the manager of the complex, she was trying to help us so bad. She was like, okay, what can I do? Okay, let's try to do this. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just over it. Like, and we end up going back to the house and try to see what we can get to kind of salvage, you know, some clothes, something, because, you know, I'm a tall plus size female, so it's hard for me to find just regular clothes. Not many people can go in their closet and be like, here goes some clothes for you. We end up salvaging like a couple outfits or something. Thank God, you know, Pat got paid around that time, so we was able to go to the store and get clothes and stuff. It was going, but it felt so slow because we didn't know what was, like, where is our home gonna be? Are we gonna be homeless for the rest? Like, what is gonna happen, you know? And so it's like a roadblock out of roadblock. And then my cousin, she was like, okay, hold up, don't we're about to start, let's try something else. If that don't work, I got other stuff lined up. You know, God, I don't know what else I could do. I like to control stuff, and I was told many times that I need to let go and let God drive. And I'm like, okay, God, I don't know what else I could do. You know, it was literally everything was hitting us like everywhere, and I was starting to resent people. I was starting to like give up. Like, it was just everything. And I'm like, God, I give it to you. I trust you. Whatever you want me to do, whatever you want us to do, wherever you want us to lay our head at, wherever, we give it to you, and I trust you. And when I tell y'all, I threw my hands up that day and everything went through. Everything went through. We ended up getting a place. When we got at our place, we was able to get not used furniture. We got brand new furniture in our house. Bed new, everything was new. Bedspread was new. And it was like, okay, God, okay. And it was like, not only from there, like, God has been showing his face to me ever since then. Ever since then, I threw my hands up and said, God, I trust you. God has showed me what it is to trust him. And I'm not saying that I'm praying, I'm in my word every day and doing God's will like I'm supposed to, because I'm not, because I'm still in this flesh and I still make mistakes and I'm still trying to do better. But God has shown me every day like who he is. And okay, you trusted me, let me show you how I could work. When I tell y'all we have not missed a bill, when I tell you we haven't missed a bill, because we were struggling. But since the townhouse and before that, me and Pat used to struggle. Like, when I tell y'all struggle, by all means, we're not rich. Okay, we want to get there, we want to get wealthy, but we're not there yet. But by the grace of God, we have not missed a bill, and we've been on time of throwing our hands up and trusting God and believing that he will make a way. Such a weight off my shoulder, knowing that God is like in control. Sometimes you're not gonna listen to what everybody else tell you to do. Like, they're gonna tell you, how many times have your parents told you not to touch the stove and you end up touching it because you got to experience it yourself? That was with me. I had to experience not trusting God for me to trust him. That's my testimony. I hope it reached somebody, and I just ask for y'all to keep me in mind in y'all's prayers when y'all pray. A fire extinguisher and put it in your house. Trust God. That's all I gotta say. Like, and I'm still trusting God. I'm still trying to give him my all every day, and leaning on his understanding and not my own. I love y'all. Bye.